Hello everyone, guys. Sorry for the delay. So I see Spanish people in the Italian chat. You need to switch rooms. And good evening, everyone. The old-timers, the newcomers, welcome everyone. And I hope that you already know by now what digital guarantees are. But if you don't, then today we're going to talk about the new frontiers of the digital guarantees. Also, I would like to make a couple of comments for people who have been following us for quite some time. The digital guarantees have the aim of bringing the global community to a new level and make sure that the digital guarantees would replace banking guarantees. We're not talking about the issuance of loans or credits or money. We're talking about guarantees that would allow people, business entities, to work with their counterparts and for you to be able, and financial institutions, and to be able to do that, they will have to use our tokens. And let's explain to our newcomers what digital guarantees are and where they came from. Well, at first, let me introduce myself. My name is Emanuele Baroni, and I'm a representative of the Ambassadors Council in Italy. I'm a vice president in the affiliate program of Evorich. I'm a NDE project manager, a certified master profit coach, Genius of Finance host, member of the Journals of the World for Peace. I'm a speaker and a private investor. I've been working with educational projects for quite some time now, and I'm also a co-owner in the global investment portfolio. And now let's talk about the project itself. So at first, let's discuss the program. And I think that it will take us 1 hour tops to cover the entire agenda. We will tell you who we are, where we are from, the mission of the NDE, what we offer to our end users. We'll talk about digital rating, and we'll also talk about new professions. And probably many of you will be interested in doing business with NDE. And let's start from the history. Maybe some of you don't know us yet. So you can see 3 logotypes on this slide. It all started with the Academy of Private Investors, which was founded in 2011. In 2019, the Cryptounit program was launched, and then in 2021, after extensive market research, the project NDE, New Digital Evolution, started that offers digital guarantees. And let's see what the Academy of Private Investors has been doing over the last 10 years and see where it is now. So it's a global online portal with 10 years of experience, with more than 1,650,000 registered users / students from 176 countries. It has teachers with experience in investing and in finance, providing practical training in finance, investment, and personal growth, and also offering training courses, group sessions, one-to-one training, and mentoring. And personal development and growth is also one of the disciplines in the academy. I think everyone should know how to manage their funds, their capital. Otherwise, they risk losing it all, losing all of their wealth. So, as I said, the academy offers training courses, group sessions, one-to-one training, and mentoring. And our goal, objective, is to spread financial literacy, financial education globally, and cover 15% of the global population and make them turn them into our students, and for starters, and then we will go and cover 40% of the global population. And now I would like to show you a short video which would tell you about the mission.
Academy of a Private Investor. Who are we? We are an efficient educational system in 21st century. And every day, we work hard to get better. We teach how to manage money, how to multiply it and use it reasonably. We give people a complete picture of finance and investment science, personal development and business in 179 countries around the world. We have created and successfully used a variety of programs and workshops that help dozens of thousands of trained and successful investors to enter the market. Our students become investment advisors, portfolio managers, and stock analysts. We train to find, analyze, and select tools for successful business development in 20 segments of market. We teach to create investment portfolios and manage it by applying gained knowledge in practice. We support the initiatives of our students and are always open to venture projects. We are ready to bet on the future technologies. We unite people and show the path to financial freedom. We develop you and guide to creation of a new reality, according to the concept of the new economic evolution of the world. Instead of asking, how much do we earn, it is much more important to understand how we should preserve and increase earnings. And we have answers to these questions. We are the Academy of a Private Investors. We have updated our brand to achieve greater efficiency, global reach, and ability to share even more knowledge. For people. For you.
So now you've watched the video, and now you can see that our objective is to develop, shape the investment thinking in our students. So a couple of years almost now, the world faced this huge problem of COVID, of the pandemic, which changed our life entirely and made the issue of having the investment thinking even more urgent and important. And now people need a completely different, yet unknown for them, set of skills. And we're not talking about wealth only. In order to be a successful, progressive, healthy, and prosperous person, you need 5 main principles or components, if you will. Let's go to the next slide and watch one more video from the Academy of Private Investors founder, Andrey.
I'm Andrey and I'm here to present a new course called 8 Rules of Wealth. In this course, you will learn how you can use 8 fundamental rules to become rich in a very short time. What is true wealth? It can be compared to the 5 fingers. It takes 5 fingers to make a hand, not one, this, or that. In the same way, true wealth consists of 5 essential elements. Number 1 is health. To be rich, you need to be healthy. 2 is attitude. We need to develop the right attitude to yourself, to the loved ones, to people, to the city, to the planet, to the country you live in. 3 is emotions. One should always have a very high emotional level in order to develop the right attitude. 4 is financial independence. Many people aim for money, want to become financially rich, but you can imagine a man with one finger. He will be a freak, and that is why you need to develop harmoniously. And 5 is calling. This is what a coherent model of a rich person's development looks like. This is what you and I are going to talk about when we embark on 8 rules of wealth.
Wonderful. As you've heard, people need more than one skill or more than one quality in order to be successful and in order to help us implement our overarching mission and for everyone to be able to want to be on board with us. So again, our main objective is to achieve the new economic evolution of the world, which is NEEW. The idea is to ensure global distribution of wealth, security and protection, helping others, and bringing about prosperity and happiness, help people fulfill their dreams. Again, as I said, some people are not seeking riches and wealth. Some people would like to have safety and security, have peace of mind. Maybe for some people, time is the best asset and has the highest value. Maybe they would like to spend it with their friends and family. Others see money as their main objective. Everyone has their own agenda, their own objective and dreams. And dreams that we very often tend to ignore, forget about. And this pandemic very often forces us to work a job that we hate, but it allows us to pay our bills and bring food on our table. And the new economic evolution of the world is designed to change that. And we are absolutely sure that it is possible. And in order to achieve this or any other project, time is of essence. Time to change the order, the existing order. We need to help people change their habits, and we need people who would dedicate their time to helping others. And help them acquire those or shape those 5 properties that Andrey Havratov told us about that make a person into a successful person, prosperous person. And of course, money plays a certain role in it. And we need to develop a system that would make sure that we have enough money to have a peaceful and calm life. Now, let's take a look at the second element of the Academy of Private Investors. And the second element is Cryptounit project, which was launched in 2019. Just several months before the COVID appeared. So Cryptounit program is an innovative training program that provides everyone with the opportunity to learn and become a co-owner of the WCRU global portfolio, even with minimum resources. Working in crypto world, in the crypto exchanges, we were able to tokenize our assets in the portfolio, and tokens represent digital shares. So we're not talking about speculation only. No, the underlying idea is completely different. The tokens are backed by assets, and eventually we will have companies issuing their own tokens on our blockchain. And then people would be both co-owners and clients of the companies that they co-own. And the range can be from everyday food products to houses and cars. So imagine that you are a co-owner in each of those companies that produce any kind of product that you need or offer services that you need. Then of course we would like and go and spend money in those companies, knowing that part of that money will go back to you in the form of dividends. And you would know for sure that those companies would never go bankrupt, because they will have millions of clients that would guarantee automatic sales volumes. And the co-owners would receive their quarterly, half-yearly, and annual rewards, dividends. So this is the fantastic idea that started in 2019. It was slowed down during the pandemic, but we haven't given up on our goal. And thanks to all of you and our new partners as well, and I'm talking to all of the people, especially here, who joined us for the first time, that we rely on your support as well in achieving this wonderful idea. So please take a look at what we have achieved so far. On the 30th of March 2019, the Cryptounit program was launched, and it was like a prep work, preparatory work. People who purchased our educational packages, investment and financial literacy packages, educational packages, were given certain points that they could dispose of in whatever way they wanted. And those points allowed those people to become co-owners in our global investment portfolio. So on the 8th of January 2020, we moved to the second part of our development, and then in April 2020, the data migration of all of our partners' data, migration of all of our partners' data started to the blockchain. And now all that data cannot be changed because it's on the blockchain. And then in August 2020, we received the authorization for STO from the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. And since then, we've been allowed to sell security tokens. And as I said, security tokens represent digital shares in the global investment portfolio, and the Swiss company now sells WCRU tokens worldwide. And then in January 2021, after the pandemic was in full swing, we started looking for new options, possibilities for people to resolve their current and upcoming problems. Because, of course, all the experts are saying that this situation can persist until 2024. And maybe for many companies, it will be the end, like the apocalypse. And you know that many companies go bankrupt. And the 28th of January 2021 can be considered the official birth date of our project, the New Digital Evolution project. And now let's see why this project came in a very timely manner. So here you can see articles from different newspapers. Well, those headlines are in Italian, so for many of you, it might be, illegible. But I'm sure that many other newspapers in other countries have the same headlines, like 8 million jobs have been cut, or 8 million salaries have been reduced, 69,000 jobs were cut because of the crisis, and thousands of companies went bankrupt. A lot of families are on the verge of ruin. And of course, we cannot ignore it. And we see that many families and companies have no banking rating. Banking cannot receive any credits from banks, and the companies have to dismiss their employees. And eventually all those people are in a crisis situation. So this is what I'm talking about. Many magazines and newspapers start mentioning bank default and horrible, terrible personal stories. And with, you see articles and photos, not only in the Italian newspapers, but worldwide. And people are not able to pay their debts anymore. They can't receive help from their governments. And very often, those people are classified by the bank as bad debtors, insolvent. And you might have been a completely law-abiding citizen. You paid all your dues, and before the financial institutions and suppliers of products or services, which can be utilities companies. But then all of a sudden, because of the pandemic, you are in a situation with no way out. Your electricity and water are cut, and your debts are growing. The family is in a very bad situation, and people literally have to go to financial sharks and resort to usury, meaning take money at a very high interest, and in order to have something to eat. And eventually they dig the hole they are in deeper and deeper, with no light at the end of the tunnel. So we all people are in need in a solution. And we came up with this new solution where, with a small amount of money that we can use as collateral, banks and financial institutions will allow me to continue my usual life, continue my business activities. For example, a family decides to invest a small amount every month for 20, 30 years in order to be sure that when they stop working, they will have this extra income, which together with their pension will allow them to have a decent life and when they can't work anymore or when they don't work anymore. But now this moment has come. People lost their job and they don't have 30 years at their disposal. We need to come up with something right now, and we need to do things that we plan to do in 10 years, 20 years. Now we need to do them in 3 years, tops. So let's see what's the mission of the NDE project, which came up as a solution to the current problem. The mission is to create a sustainable and fast digital rating for individuals and companies. And if you didn't know, and I can remind you that, but I think most of you do know, in order to obtain a loan from the bank, or in order to receive guarantees from the bank that you will pay to your supplier, banks and financial institutions use financial rating. And if you do not meet certain requirements, if you do not check all the boxes, if you don't get green light on all sides, or if you have just one missed payment, your bank rating goes down. You are not considered a reliable payer anymore. So our mission is to create for all of us a new digital rating. And when our guarantees, our project has a firm position in the world, when we show everyone how transactions are carried out on our blockchain, how the token price grows, we will be able, thanks to our smart contracts, to pay for the car rental. We will be able to receive financial guarantees from financial institutions. And banks and financial institutions across the world will provide such guarantees. And there are daily reports in media across the world that banks themselves move to the digital world, to the world of cryptocurrencies, because they already have too many houses and apartments that people used as collateral, and they need now to sell them. People can't pay their loans anymore, and now banks are taking away their their houses and apartments, but they don't know how to sell those apartments and houses, and eventually they also risk going bankrupt. Therefore, this solution is fit for banks and financial institutions as well. And the bigger our numbers are, the more trust financial institutions, banks, and people will have in us. And the bigger our numbers are, the more companies will be willing to work with us. So if you ask me, what do we need to do right now, and I'm talking to new partners right now, what you need to do is to register in Evorich community and join our project. So the foundation of it all is education, of course. If I want to join the world that I know nothing about, then I won't be able to use all the benefits and advantages it offers, and I won't be able to share the information with everyone else. So I need to have the necessary information and the necessary training. And all of it will be the solution to so many problems. So now let's talk about the advantages that the system offers, the Digital Guarantees project offers. Let's see what are the advantages of the centralized rating. for companies, for businesses? Well, first of all, there are no time losses anymore. So I can check the reliability of my counterparty, of my business partner, with just one click, thanks to smart contracts on the blockchain. I will be able to carry out those operations very quickly in a very secure way. So focus on the last word in this list, which is reliability. But then we also have financial effectiveness and security and fast financial operations. So of course, every company needs their operations to be secure. If one of the parties in the transaction is not a reliable party, then no deal can be struck and the economy will not move forward. And many of us, through no fault of ours, are no longer reliable payers in the eyes of the bank. But reliability covers both financial effectiveness and security. So let's go to the next slide and see what's the difference with the traditional banking guarantees. So what you can see on this slide is still necessary for a physical individual or a business entity to receive a banking guarantee. So if I want to struck a major deal, I need to receive banking guarantees. And those, and right in front of you, are the requirements. So first of all, you need to have the financial rating of the category A, and you can imagine how difficult it is nowadays to receive this category A financial rating. Then you have to deposit a non-refundable fee from 2 to 15%. So imagine I want to take a loan, meaning I don't have enough money, and I also have to simply give away money, never to see it again, from 2 to 15% of the desired amount. Then I have to deposit either capital or property equal to almost 100% of the required amount, loan amount, or the amount of the guarantee, and then a certain part of the deposit is frozen, blocked for a certain period of time. And usually it doesn't take a short time. Even after I fully pay my supplier or the bank, the defrosting of my deposit can be quite long. And also the terms of issuance of the banking guarantee can be quite long, from 90 to 120 days. So no way to get quick money, quick funding. Say I need 100,000 euros, I have to pledge my property for like 10 years. So imagine what can happen in 10 years. And you can see that anything can happen in 10 years. Maybe in 10 years, the market value of my property will decrease and I won't be able to sell it if I really need to, because it is pledged as collateral. It's locked, frozen for a very long period of time. And of course, I won't be able to receive any dividends on my capital. And imagine how much money I will have lost in 10 years. Because my property, again, might lose its value. It's both lost profits and actual devaluation, depreciation of my capital. And again, the whole issuance period, or for the bank to prepare the necessary package of documents can be quite long. It can be 2, 3, 4 months. They can ask for new documents, and then it goes on and on. And by then, I might lose a very profitable deal opportunity. It might be already too late. So you see, this is really not a convenient way to go. So now let's take a look at the usage of digital guarantees. And let's change the slides. You can get instant advice on blockchain certified digital rating. This is what the NEEW offers. You can rent a car thanks to blockchain certified digital guarantees, because all of those transactions happen on the blockchain. You get almost instant electronic payments. And here we're not even talking about months. We are talking about really minutes, if you want to be absolutely sure. And if you want to be really safe, well, you can, it can take up to a couple of days if you want to, dot all the I's and cross all the T's. And you don't have to go and visit those companies yourselves. You can simply go and check the digital rating and see how reliable they are. And then you can take your tokens, stake them while they are being used as collateral, and receive a reward for staking. And very often, the reward for staking your tokens will be enough to cover your rental expenses. It can be a house rental, car rental, or interest on loan. So just imagine how easier your life can become. You can plan your expenses in a completely new way. You will be able to make payments that you can't make today. So all those innovations of the digital rating will be necessary to tap into absolutely new opportunities. So you can work with governments, municipalities, state authorities. We will have digital rating lists for banks, financial institutions, investment funds. Let's go to the next slide, please. And for companies, and I won't have to come up with a very thick package of documents, knock on doors. No, everything will be digital. It will all be certified on blockchain, and we will be able to get professional training too. And then again, it all comes back to the word reliability. Next slide, please. Our registry will and has and will be capitalized, and the capitalization of the register will be worth several million WCRU tokens. And again, I would like to reiterate that the tokens have value of their own, plus stake tokens bring a reward in the form of utility tokens. And then the digital guarantees and this project will allow even small-time companies to participate in public procurement tenders. Usually, public procurement tenders are available only to big-time players, to major companies. And now, thanks to the digital guarantees, even small companies will be able to offer their bids. because their performance guarantee will have tokens. And as I said, also companies that enter this project at the preparatory stage, which is going on right now, those companies will be able to stake their tokens and receive their staking income. But again, this option is available before the launch of the personal account of the back office. Those companies will be able to stake tokens and receive their staking reward. From 2021 to 2030. And those tokens will be given to those companies if those companies decide to send their employees for professional training to us. So it will be building trust between companies and private individuals who will be joining our digital rating. Now, so let's see how different entities can use digital guarantees. Well, digital guarantees can be used in the dealings and transactions between companies, the so-called B2B, business to business. So let's say one party, a supplier of equipment, wants to deliver equipment to another party, and that other party would like to buy that equipment. So the buyer can pledge their tokens as collateral for payment of the goods. And if it doesn't happen, if the buyer does not pay for the goods in full, then the tokens that were pledged as collateral will be claimed by the supplier. So you see, the tokens are used as a guarantee of payment. And the client itself will be able to receive remember, the staking reward. So while the tokens are pledged as collateral, they still can be used by the token holder. So it's an entirely new shift in the paradigm. We won't have insolvent individuals or insolvent legal entities anymore. This is something that millions of companies across the world have been dreaming about. So the banks will have their load lessened, and the number of bad debtors, or it's called people who do not pay their debts, thanks to the tokens used as collaterals. They won't have to sell the property of their insolvent payers anymore. They will be able to easily convert tokens into fiat currency and receive all that money or the credit loans back.
Thanks to our guarantees, you may be able to cooperate with governments in the area of public procurements or tenders, and we don't say that we will do it. I say that we've already done it, in part or in full. Okay, next slide, please. And here, let's have a look at the registry of individuals. The same benefits may be available to individuals, and you will be able to use our digital guarantees for some personal purposes, for instance, rent housing, rent a car, rent a vehicle, or cooperate with companies, for instance, travels agents to pay for your holidays in luxury hotels, and the guarantees in tokens. And in addition to that, those tokens that are used as the guarantee will generate dividends. And here we will fully understand that this world has already changed. We don't say that it is our near future. We say that it is our reality. And we take one step ahead of all those people who say that we will have to do it. We said this 1 year ago, and therefore today we say that we are either have already done it or in the process of doing it. And now let's have a look at the goals, the targets of NDE project for the next decade. This product is not for everyone. Why? Because the number of tokens is limited. Therefore, we say that 40 billion could be viewed as a large figure for a lot of companies. But we cooperate with companies globally. And look, by being able to stake 10,000, 100,000, or million tokens, they may get their guaranteed future. They are relaxed, they have certainty in their future, and they get the contracts paid, and they get access to important deals and operations. And a lot of companies will be willing to benefit, to take advantage of this service. And only through these sales that will be generated will be 25 billion US dollars. By selling training courses, NDE project to by in NDE project to individuals only. And the last figure is the volume of tokens between businesses. And we see that we may operate 800 billion US dollars annually. And it means that our product is to cost only $1 per token. But you understand that the price of token will go up and the volume of market will go up as well. And why these figures are so important? Look, if we sign a smart contract for 800 billion US dollars, and here the price of our guarantees is only 2% a year, and people may pay for these guarantees out of their earnings under staking. So tokens staked will generate some earning, and it won't be the amounts that are lost forever today when they use their real estate, their property as a collateral for a bank. And what does this 2% mean? 2% is a high amount, a huge amount, but 1% of this will be distributed throughout our network, and another 1% will be a part of our global investment portfolio. It will be the profits of the global investment portfolio, and out of this amount, you will also have your dividends paid. And this is the figure which is underestimated. And please imagine how interesting this product could be from the both sides by being a co-owner of the investment portfolio, and the other side is that each of you has tokens and may use these tokens to enter into these smart contracts and using your digital guarantees. But advantages are not exhausted yet. I came to another slide that explains the paradigm of creation of new professions. The first one is signaler, the second one is digital seller, and the third one is a digital manager. Who is a signaler? He is a user who, after taking a minimum training course, may participate in Evorich community. Digital seller is a professional seller trained in selling NDE digital products. They could be authorized sellers, salespersons selling this product, and digital manager will be an expert specializing in operations in back offices of NDE project and will be registered in the list of authorized professionals. Next slide, please. And I will explain you who professional salespersons are, digital sellers, as we call them. They are the people who will join the company and close the training contracts for trainings, and he will register individuals and businesses. Well, what are the characteristics of our digital seller? What are the requirements for these people who can become our personnel? There are two requirements. Take a training course to become a digital seller and to be registered as an individual entrepreneur, as a sole proprietor, meaning that they should be taxable and pay taxes applicable in your country. Only two requirements or only two prerequisites for a person to become a digital seller. Well, here in this slide, you may see who a digital manager is. He is a specialist who will work in his own back office or the back office, corporate back office of his company, and they will be 100% experts in what digital guarantee is, what smart contract is, and they will be able to help individuals, businesses in completing smart contracts, and they will be good at all the peculiarities of the project. The people who are in list A, they will work only for themselves or their business, their company, or people in list B could provide their services to third parties as well. To third party, including individuals and businesses. Well, we have 5 categories of digital managers. The first category is entitled to use digital guarantees for their household activities. Category number 2, depending on the training course they take, may be entitled to the use of digital guarantees for the work with businesses, individual entrepreneurs, limited liabilities companies, or stock companies, or even holdings. And here, the training which we offer, the training course which we offer is of paramount importance. That the course that you must take if you are interested in development of this project. Next slide, please. Well, training. Next slide, please. And let us have a look at the training program. The training course as such on the NDE project is composed of 15 sections. And each section includes 4 lessons, and altogether we have 60 lessons or 60 sessions. And this is the maximum course, 60 lessons, and the comprehensive course, the full course for holdings. And we will provide different content which will vary depending whether it is an individual or a holding, as their scope of operations is different. And in terms of the cost, training for individuals, the standard package will cost $100, and here we will explain individuals what they need to know about digital world, crypto industry, which rights and laws they have to apply, and which patterns of taxation they must apply to be able to use digital guarantees as part of our community for their household purposes, personal purposes. These are the people, those people who believe that they won't need to go to third parties, not go parties, but financial institutions for some borrowings. And here we do not provide for any final test after the training is taken. Whereas, as you see, the training plus package will cost $400. So this is a possibility to use guarantees as part of our community, in our community, and transfer or hand over of guarantees to third parties. They will buy license A after our training. And in addition to that, the price, as you see, is $400, but it opens wider opportunities. You may work with banks, financial institutions, and I want to remind you that for this training package, there is a 50% discount offered, and we had our Congress Italy 2021, where we explained those financial opportunities you have if you buy this training plus. Until tonight, until 12 midnight Moscow time, you may buy by having a ticket to Italy Congress, to Congress Italy, and you get a 50% discount. Look, after investing $40 for your ticket, you may get this discount. I was corrected. Thank you very much for this reminder. Not this discount is still valid until tomorrow. Therefore, today and tomorrow, after buying the recording of the online streaming of our Congress at Italy at $40, you may get a 50% discount to get this package training price. And I can assure you that this money will be most efficiently invested in your training, and this is your investment for your future. Well, in terms of trainings for businesses, you see the prices vary from 2,500 to 25,000 US dollars. And these more expensive packages could be bought in installment. And here you will pass a test. Those people who will be responsible for digital guarantees in their company, they will pass a test to get access to another session. So this training is fully digital. What does this mean? It means that we use AI, artificial intelligence, and everything you are deemed to get during this lecture, it is on online platform available in 14 languages. So therefore you will find it very convenient. You may listen to each session as many times as you wish, and lectures will last 30-40 minutes, not longer, on average 30 minutes, so varying from 20 to 40 minutes. So we did it intentionally so that not everyone may use an excuse that I don't have time. And you may easily listen to this lecture while driving your car, when you commute from home to work or backwards. And to drive a car, we need a driving license. And I must pass a theoretical exam and the skills-based exam. And in our project, it is the same. We may not pass the skills-based exam, but the theoretical one is a must, is mandatory. And after you pass an exam, we will be sure that you understand all this material, and this training course is not the dry theory that will be postponed till tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. After getting this training, no one can deprive you of this knowledge, and you will find it easy to pass an exam, as it is not difficult for those who will take all our lectures sessions. And as soon as you pass an exam, you may become a part of our digital rating. And I will need a specific code to be included into the digital rating. And this code, I will use it to monitor the performance of my counterparties, to check whether they are solvent. And this code will be provided to my partners for them to check my credibility. And as I said before, if you join and enter at the pre-launch stage of our new project, then you may also benefit from dividends from staking of 10,000 tokens that you will get. This slide explains everything: the price of the code in the registry. Registration before the back office is opened costs 2,500 US dollars, and you get 10,000 tokens in our registry, distributed registry. And you, through the dividends, may pay for your training course. As soon as new back offices for our project are open, the price will change, and the largest difference is that they will pay for the receipt of the code and registration in the back office, but they won't get 10,000 tokens to dispose, and they won't be able to use these free of charge. And this is the difference. All those people who trust and believe us now, they will get this advantage, the advantage of getting dividends from token staking that will be provided to you free of charge. And now let us talk about the marketing plan. And we do know that Evorich has its own marketing plan, but the project NDE provides for other terms, a bit different terms and conditions. And as we have different professionals, including digital sellers and signalers, for multi-level crowd investing, this is a professional that is an additional professional, but we need this professional in our project, and therefore our marketing plan includes commissions to be paid to signalers, digital sellers, and our back office will be ready at the end of September, and we hope that in early October our marketing plan will be launched and digital sellers will get their commission from each contract to be signed with an individual or the business. So here you see the percentage of rewards to be distributed to sellers. Digital seller could act as a signaler, and therefore as soon as this marketing plan is launched and I find a business that will buy a trading package for 2,500 US dollars, then I will earn 7% of the price of this training course. And if I have taken the training myself and became a digital seller, I will get another 7%, meaning that in total, out of this transaction, my earning will be 14%. In addition to that, I may act as a digital seller, and I know some signalers who are not authorized, and meaning that I can provide services to other people, to other persons. And seller's reward is here, and you may act, and it may become your major profession, your full-time occupation. And look, 7% out of 2,500 is 175 USDU earned in a day. I believe it's quite easy to sell a package to a company or an individual entrepreneur, but in case you close a deal with a holding and will be able to sell the package to a holding of 25,000, then in a day you can earn 1,750 US dollars. So here you may decide how often you would like to work, 1 day, 2 days, a month, or every day. And I'm certain that you can sign these contracts for training daily, as people will be interested in our training program standard or plus if they are individuals and businesses as well. And we will have a lot of work for many years ahead. And these earnings or salaries you may earn without working under stress. You will work enthusiastically with new technologies, with innovations. And look, here is the strategy for success. You join the community, you reserve the code which will be assigned after you pass the exam, you buy training, you undergo this training, and in case you don't need to work with some institutions or financial institutions, then your minimum duration in the rating may be from 3 to 6 months, and then you register a company in the registry with the assigned code and you start activities in the community. In addition to that, you get success by issuing digital guarantees and by getting the rewards from banks or some funding borrowings from banks if needed. And now I would like to give you one important idea. Here you see the examples of bread and rice. These are the primary need products globally. And we use these two products for thousands of years, and people always buy bread and rice. Quite likely few of us make these products manually, we tend to buy them. And here I would like to reflect with you. When the Cryptounit program was created, 1 kilo of bread cost 3.2 US dollars and I needed 2,206 CIU. Now in 2020, 1 kilo of bread became more expensive compared to US dollar, but it costs less compared to CIU tokens, 9.2 CIUs only. But let's assume that the price of 1 kilo of bread will go up, as you see here, and I believe that our CIU will even cost more expensive than indicated here, but you see that 1 kilo of bread will cost less than 3 cents of our token. And now let's change this slide. Here are the shares of Ferrari. When we talk about guarantees, to get some money under a collateral, a Ferrari share is, I believe, one of the few shares in the global financial sector that is accepted as a collateral 1-to-1, meaning that its value is not estimated as 70% of its real value, but 100% value, and you may get 100% collateralized money. And in 2019, for instance, 1 gram of gold was 40 US dollars, and I would need 27,586 CIU tokens, whereas in 2021, to buy 1 gram of gold, I need only 137 CIU tokens. And let's come back to bread and rice once again. Change this slide, please. And you may read it on your own, all these figures. Look, our today's CIU token is 40 cents. Let's assume that it is 40 cents. It means that I need 9 CIUs to buy 1 kilo of bread. But in case today I have 10 CIUs, let's round it, not 9, but 10 CIUs, then I would invest into this only roughly 1 kilo of bread. and to say, these tokens are in my wallet and I don't touch them. But what would happen in case the price of tokens go up, and 2 years after, by investing $4 to buy 10 CRU tokens, I will be able to buy 286 kilos of bread. Look, $4 invested 2 years ago will allow me to buy 286 kilos of bread in future. Therefore, do whatever you want. Money belongs to you. You may keep it under a cushion, under a pillow. You may deposit it in a bank, but start thinking it over and explore the possibilities of investing some part of your money into digital shares, into tokens. And we will see which return you will get 2 years after. And here, we won't be dependent on the price of bread anymore, on the increase in global prices. What I am saying is that everything depends on us, depends on how we share the information, depends on how we work with new people, on which transactions we have on our blockchain, and whether all this project is of interest for international investors. And today, I have no worries. I'm happy, I'm relaxed as I have this opportunity, the opportunity to buy tokens that are available to anyone today. 2 months after, I will be able to buy tokens only subject to being a professional investor. And who knows, maybe 6 months after, the price of tokens will skyrocket. And today, by sacrificing a bit, I may get a lot of results in future. Well, I would like to stop here. Thank you very much for your attention, for attending this webinar. Hopefully, I didn't fed you up, and we'll see you quite soon. Whereas tomorrow at 7 p.m. Moscow time, I believe 7 p.m. No, 7 p.m. Italian time. Well, tomorrow in the evening, there will be Q&A session. We already launched a Google form with over 140 questions there about our project New Digital Guarantees or New Digital Evolution. And I hope that you will be present there and will get all your questions answered. Thank you once again. Good luck and bye-bye.